In this video, we will discuss contextual inquiries. A contextual inquiry is a user experience research method where researchers perform semi-structured interviews to obtain information about how customers are using products and services in their own environment. This allows you as the researcher to better understand what the problem is and uncover the why. Let's say your company sells household cleaners such as Windex. In order to really understand how your customers are using your products, it's helpful to go inside a person's home and perform a contextual inquiry, shadowing them during their cleaning routine to really understand how they use your products. During the session, you can use the Master-Apprentice model, which is a popular method in conducting contextual inquiries. This model instructs you to think of the customer as the master and yourself as the apprentice. Your job during the interview is to learn about their craft by asking intermittent questions so you can understand your user's behavior and rationale. It's helpful to bring back artifacts from your session, like photos or recordings. Back to our Windex example. You notice that when the customer is opening the Windex bottle, they turn the nozzle 4 times before they are able to find the right setting. It's something they do without realizing. They aren't conscious of the habit, so they aren't frustrated by it. But you, as the usability research expert, take notice and want to improve the design. There are many pros of conducting contextual inquiries. Your team will be aware of additional information and have a greater understanding of your users since you're observing them in their natural environment. You can gather highly detailed information to supplement the high-level information you have from other forms of research. However, there are a few cons to keep in mind when deciding which research methods to use. Contextual inquiries are time and resource intensive. By visiting a user in their home or place of work, you'll expend more effort, time, and money than other types of research. It's also harder to find participants who are willing to let you into their home or workspace since it's more personal. We also have to mention that the observer effect can play a big part in this type of research. The observer effect states that people may act differently when they know they're being watched. In our Windex example, our customers may want to appear that they clean their houses a lot more frequently than they actually do, or they'll fail to mention embarrassing tidbits of information, such as not cleaning out their kitty litter box as often as they should. Instead, they use the Windex to mask the smell. In preparing for your session, make sure to determine the scope of the research. Next, plan out the tasks that you want to observe your customer perform. Make sure to leave adequate time for discussion following those tasks. Any more than 2 hours for a session is too long and is better off being conducted in multiple sessions since it will lead to fatigue. Prior to the session, set expectations with the participants. It can be helpful to send them an email letting them know that you're going to be observing them using Windex and they should try and act as they normally would. During the interview, begin your sentences with "show me" or "tell me about." Remember, you want the customer to be the master and you to be the apprentice, so they should be taking the lead during the session. As the researcher, you want to spend most of your time watching the customer complete tasks and listening to their rationale. Make sure to take notes on your user's surroundings and everything you see in their environment. Your goal is to better understand how everything they utilize interacts. Try and take notes on all things the participant does, especially if it's something you find confusing. It's helpful to record the session to watch it back later so you can pick up on the details you might have missed during the session. After your session, you're going to review your notes on your observations. As with all qualitative research, you want to compare your notes from each participant's session and look for similarities between sessions. Contextual inquiries are another great qualitative user research method. Subscribe to our channel to get more insights on product and UX.